Hello, and welcome back. Today we have playing through my PlayStation 1 collection, number 8, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. Developed by Neversoft and published by Activision, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 was released in 2000, utilizing the same game engine as the original, but with enhanced visuals and improved gameplay, including new features and mechanics. While there is no story mode, the main game type is career mode, where the majority of your time will be spent. From the start, you can select from 13 available pro skaters. All 10 pros from the first game return, accompanied by new skaters, Steve Caballero, Eric Costin, and Rodney Mullen. As before, each skater has different starting traits relative to their skill set in real life, with a clearly defined style of either vert or street. I decided to once again play as the Birdman, and chose Tony Hawk. New this time is an alternate outfit for a different look. Before starting, you can customize your board setup with different deck graphics, including those from a skater with the same sponsor. The wheel color can't be changed this time, but the tightness of the trucks can enhance or limit your turning. Once your setup is complete, it's time to skate. The first level, the hangar in Mullet Falls, Montana, is similar to the warehouse from the first game, but with a modified and expanded layout. As before, each level will have a unique set of goals to accomplish within a 2-minute time-limited run. Familiar classics return, such as increasing score thresholds, collecting letters to spell skate, and finding the secret tape. However, the checklist is double in size, with 10 objectives per level, including new and creative challenges. The reward for completing these goals is cash that can be spent on new deck graphics, special tricks, or skill points. In order to score points, the same basic mechanics return, featuring spins, grabs, flip tricks, and grinds, but new moves are available in each category, such as melon grabs, inward heel flips, nose slides, and blunt slides, making for countless new lines. In addition, the possibilities are expanded upon even more, with additional trick slots for grabs or flip tricks, new lip trick options such as gymnast hand plants, and a new way to chain combos to rack up massive amounts of points by manualing. Utilizing a manual will keep your combo going for extended periods of time, while adding a multiplier, but it must be carefully balanced, similar to grinding. A new feature that can drastically affect your score is how you finish your combo. Landing crooked or awkwardly will add a sloppy modifier that lowers your score, while landing just right will reward a perfect modifier and significant score boost. As before, each skater has preset special tricks that become available once the special meter is filled by landing tricks in quick succession. Repeating tricks still has diminishing returns, so be sure to mix things up and hit as many different obstacles as possible. Special unmarked gaps will award bonus multipliers and reward you for discovering new lines. Also hidden throughout each level are cash icons that will increase your spending total, and all of these must be found to 100% the level. After each run, the level checklist will update. Your career can be saved, as well as your high score, with your best combo indicated for that particular run. While the hangar looks relatively straightforward, there is more than meets the eye, with secret unlockable rooms that encourage full exploration, so be sure to get creative within each level, as seemingly impossible to reach obstacles are fully within your reach. After completing each run, you can spend some of that hard-earned cash. This can be used for skill points that increase your abilities, new deck graphics with some fantastic options, new trick slots for added variety, and new special tricks. Although each skater has 3 preset special tricks, extra slots and moves can be unlocked, allowing for customization and far more than the starting 3, making high-score challenges a breeze. The next level, the School 2, in Southern California, was a bright and sunny change of pace from the cold and grungy hangar. However, an unfortunate and unwanted feature rears its ugly head, and that is Big Drop. Falling from too far of a gap, with too low of a skill level, will result in a bail, even if you land perfectly, and will ruin a high-scoring combo in an instant. To make matters worse, skating is highly discouraged on campus, and an aggressive and sadistic security guard will hunt you down at high speed. To reach certain areas or complete objectives, the wall ride ability must be utilized, and this time, it is a trick worth points, and not just a platforming mechanic. Each level has special hidden areas to find, so many runs are likely to be required before you 100% the level. A guide could be used if necessary, but the journey of discovering everything a level has to offer is part of the fun and adventure. The next level is the first competition of the game, the Blue Torch Pro Bowl Jam, taking place in France. This concrete park still has cash hidden throughout, as well as a hidden secret area, but the primary objective is to impress the judges. You get 3 runs to get as high of a score as possible, with the top 2 runs counting. The higher your trick total, the better, but be sure to mix things up to avoid getting stagnant. After taking home the gold, the next stop is New York City. Of course, high-speed traffic flows throughout the streets, wreaking havoc on any skater who dares to get in their way. A cool feature of this level is that collecting 5 subway tokens will permanently unlock access to the dangerous but skatable rail line and an otherwise blocked off area. The nighttime session on the East Coast is followed by a daytime one all the way across the country at Venice Beach in California. A unique challenge to this level is finding Ollie, the magic bum, and jumping over him 5 times. This sounds straightforward, but Ollie is, as his name suggests, magic, and each time he is jumped over, he will disappear and reappear somewhere else.
Before they get to know me, but while you're joking, I was getting me some money. Flying across the country, now they're flying for me. Broke a record back in Donny, that's a different story. Major damage, locked and loaded. They start to panic, but they're
Staying within the state of California, the next competition is available, Plywood Paradise, in Ventura. With similar vibes to Chicago from the first game, this competition is a park or vert skater's dream, with incredible lines and possibilities for massive combos to impress the judges. If street skating is more your vibe, special grind locations will unlock access to small outdoor areas. Either way, with a high enough score, the gold medal will be yours for the taking. Back outside on the East Coast, the next level takes place in the streets of Philadelphia, complete with a giant fountain to drain and a hidden gem of a concrete skate park. Now, it is the street skaters' time to shine, with endless lines to chain together some crazy combos and a high wire act. With the streets conquered, the final competition is all that stands in the way of ultimate glory. Going international, the Bullhorn Brawl in Mexico features the famous loop and running of the bulls. Complete with a festive and chaotic atmosphere, this course was a bit difficult to navigate at times, with numerous bails, and of course, literal bullshit, but at least riding through it can uncover some cash. If only other people's BS rewarded cash in real life, I know I'd be rich. If you can take the bull by the horns instead of the horns in the ass, then the gold medal is yours. Earning a medal in every competition will reward a brief video of some painful bails. If you can manage to earn a gold medal in every competition, you will unlock a brief highlight reel of the pro skater you completed the game with. If you can get 100% completion, you will unlock additional rewards in the form of cheat codes, such as moon gravity, disco mode, or unlimited balance for grinds and manuals. The more skaters you beat the game with, the more you unlock. Getting 100% with Tony Hawk will also unlock a new alternate skin, 1980s McSqueeb Tony, which was a great reward for your time and effort. Not only that, but Officer Dick makes a return with 100% completion. There were some special rewards for earning gold medals with every skater in the game, as well as getting 100%, so here are some highlights with each of the pro skaters.
Enemies are full prophecy. What is ever seen? I feed him every day like the bones clean. I feed him all the hate and he grows me. And he gets caught so big, he gets lost quick. And if you cross him, you might drop dead. Metaphorically, I'm settling the score, never getting bored. Loves the blood and gold, always wanting more. Feeding from the source, they don't really understand until they feel the put their heart in. If you start shit, you be heartless in the darkness. Toy hard quick, you let scars rip, you be chewed up and discarded. it. Once it's in your mind, it's infectious. So fight for your life. You better give me space, I'm protective. My adrenaline spikes when I'm threatened. And if you stay in my way, I'm aggressive. Cause when there's no exit, I'll kill when I'm desperate. Adrenaline pressure, it's stormy weather, lightning, thunder, pouring weather. Yo, I'm a go-getter, try to do it like me, but I do it better. I got a mind that's clever, the beast inside is competitive as ever. I'm conscious, my subconscious, an accomplice to me. I promise the darkness, I can honest believe. But don't cross me, I might lose control of the lost beast. He's locked away inside with the key control by fight or flight. And this world ain't right, won't accept it. Negative energy, I expect it. Once it's in your mind, it's infectious. So fight for your life and reject it. You better give me space, I'm protective. My adrenaline spikes when I'm threatened. And if you stay in my way, I'm aggressive. Cause when there's no exit, when I'm desperate.
couldn't care less. Everything was moving so fast. Everywhere I look, I'm starting to feel time is eating me alive, me flame ignite. Let the flame ignite. They like to judge me before they get to know me. But while you're joking, I was getting me some money. Flying across the country, now they're flying for me. Broke a record back in Don't ask me if it's wrong or right. Before they get to know me. But while you're joking, I was getting me some money. Flying across the country, now they're flying for me. Broke a record back in Donny, that's a different story. Major damage, locked and loaded. They start to panic, but they're standing frozen. Ground is shaking as the doorway opens. These hearts are racing, sudden slow motion. Don't ask me if it's wrong or right. This is for the lies you've been leading all my life. And you better run and hide. Don't let me know. Let the flame ignite.
In addition to the pro skaters, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 now has the option to create your own skater. The customization options might be limited by modern standards, but this was an incredible addition. As you earn cash, you can add new special tricks to your skater, and your moveset can be altered from the start for a personal touch. If you type in the names of the developers, the appearance will automatically fill out to resemble their real-life counterpart, in a fun Easter egg. If you can get 100% completion with a custom skater, then you unlock the most amazing skater in the entire game, Spider-Man. I remember freaking out when I first unlocked Spider-Man when I was younger, and he was still a blast to play today, with moves only a web-slinging superhero could pull off. Once you earn 100% completion with all skaters, you will unlock 2 new levels, Chopper Drop and Skate Heaven. These don't have any challenges, but were a fun reward for a fairly long grind.
Skate on, my son.
After all of this, there is still one more skater to unlock, and the criteria may be the most difficult and time-consuming yet. In order to unlock Private Carrera, you have to complete each of the listed gaps in every level, not including Chopper Drop or Skate Heaven, and there are a ton of these. But if at any point you don't have the time or patience for these challenges, there are numerous cheat codes that will quickly unlock all skaters and levels, so you can have some fun at your own discretion. In addition to career mode, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 does offer free skate for an untimed practice session, single session for a 2-minute timed practice independent of the career mode challenges, and 2-player mode. 2-player mode saw the return of some familiar game types. Trick Attack was a time challenge to score as many points as possible within the time limit, which is now customizable. Graffiti has the skaters race to tag as many obstacles as possible within a set time limit by scoring big points on them. You can steal an opponent's tag if you score more points than they did. Horse plays out similar to the popular basketball game, in which one player will set the score on an obstacle, and the opposing player has to match or beat that score to avoid getting a letter. Spell Horse, and you lose, although the word you play to can be customized for some added fun. New to Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 is Tag. Similar to the playground game, Tag sees one skater selected as it, and they chase the other around the level. If they can slam into the other player, then they bail and become it. The player that is it will have a countdown timer, and the longer they are it, the more the timer will decrease. Once your timer hits 0, it's game over. Overall, 2-player was a pretty fun experience, especially the new tag game type, but the visibility was severely limited by the vertical split screen that was overwhelmingly restrictive. This made it really tough to see where you were going, especially in tag when you were trying to find your opponent. I didn't feel like the vertical split screen hampered the multiplayer experience as much in the first game, so I'm not sure what was so different with the sequel, but it definitely held back what would otherwise be a really fun time to spend with friends or family. A new feature in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 is the ability to create your own custom skate park. While not as expansive as later games, the customization options were fairly diverse and allowed for some truly epic creations. If you don't feel like going through the process yourself, there are some preset parks for even more levels. Personally, I made a park that somewhat resembled my local skate park, and this played out particularly well in 2-player mode, with open lines helping to compensate for the limited view. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 built upon the original game, with new tricks, mechanics, and possibilities, leading to some incredible lines and combos. The level designs were highly detailed and perfectly captured the vibe of their real-life locations. Whether you were skating the dark streets of New York City, the vibrant beaches of California, or tearing up an indoor skate park, there was always a new obstacle to try out or secret to discover. The gameplay itself was responsive and smooth, but when your stats were maxed out, things got a little floaty. It was pretty easy to accidentally go off course, especially when trying to skate vert. Otherwise, the expanded selection and new tricks fit perfectly into the natural flow of the game. New features, such as Custom Skater and Custom Skate Park, were welcome additions that gave the player more creative freedom and expression. The soundtrack was an improvement from the original game, with a larger variety of songs that perfectly captured the alternative rock skater vibe, with some hard-hitting songs from popular artists such as Papa Roach, Rage Against the Machine, and Power Man 5000. Overall, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 is a must-play for any fan of the series that can be enjoyed by skaters and non-skaters alike. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time for playing through my PlayStation 1 collection, number 9.